Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English lesson. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here today.
And I'm Jake. Hi everyone. Today we have a really interesting topic. Emma, can you tell them what we're going to learn?
Of course, Jake. Today, we're going to talk about the past. But not just any past. We're going to talk about things we wish were different. Things we feel sorry about.
Oh, you mean regrets. Like when you do something, and later you think, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Exactly. A regret is a feeling of sadness about something in the past. Maybe you made a mistake, or you missed an opportunity. We all have regrets, don't we, Jake?
Oh, definitely. I have many regrets. And today we're going to learn how to talk about them in English using something called the third conditional.
That's right. So if you've ever wanted to say, if I had known, I would have done something different, this lesson is perfect for you.
Let's get started. Emma, can you show us the structure first?
Yes, let me explain. The third conditional has two parts. The first part starts with if, and we use had plus a past participle. For example, if I had studied.
And the second part?
The second part uses would have plus a past participle. So the full sentence is, if I had studied, I would have passed the exam.
But Emma, this is important. Did the person actually study?
No, they didn't. That's the key point. The third conditional is for things that did not happen. It's imaginary. It's about an alternative past.
So when I say, if I had studied, I would have passed, the truth is I didn't study, and I didn't pass. I'm just imagining a different result.
Perfect explanation, Jake. Now let's hear it in a real conversation. I'm going to ask Jake about something he regrets.
Oh no, Emma, this is going to be embarrassing. But okay, I'm ready.
Jake, tell me about a mistake you made when you were younger.
Well, when I was 18, I had the chance to study in Spain for a year. It was an amazing opportunity. But I said no.
Why did you say no?
I was scared. I didn't want to leave my friends. But now, looking back, I really regret that decision.
So, Jake, can you tell me using the third conditional? What would have happened if you had gone?
If I had gone to Spain, I would have learned Spanish fluently. And if I had learned Spanish, my life would have been very different.
Excellent. And do you think about the consequences of that decision now?
Yes, every choice has a consequence. The consequence of staying home was that I never traveled when I was young. If I had taken that opportunity, I would have met new people and seen the world.
That's a beautiful example. And notice everyone, Jake said if I had taken that opportunity, I would have met new people. He's imagining a different past.
What about you, Emma? Do you have any regrets?
Oh yes. When I was at university, I had the opportunity to play in a band. But I was too shy. If I had joined that band, I would have made wonderful memories.
Really? You were in a band?
No, that's the point. I wasn't. If I had been braver, I would have joined them. But I said no, and now I regret it.
Okay, let's stop and explain something important. Emma, can you break down the structure one more time?
Yes, of course. Listen carefully. The third conditional has this pattern. If plus had plus past participle, comma, would have plus past participle.
Let me try one. If I had known about the party, I would have come.
Perfect. And what's the meaning?
It means I didn't know about the party, so I didn't come. But I'm imagining what would have happened if the situation was different.
Exactly. Now, let me try one. If I had woken up earlier, I would have caught the train.
And the truth is, you didn't wake up early, and you didn't catch the train.
Right. That was a mistake on my part. Now Jake, let me test you. Try to make a sentence, but be careful.
Okay, if I would have studied harder, I would have got a better job.
Oh, Jake, I have to stop you there. That's a very common mistake. We don't say if I would have. We say if I had.
Oh, you're right. Let me try again. If I had studied harder, I would have got a better job.
Perfect. Remember everyone, never use would have after if. Use had plus the past participle. This is a very important rule.
And the consequence of using would have after if is that it sounds wrong to native speakers. So please remember this.
Now let's hear another conversation. This time, two friends are talking about a job interview that went badly.
Okay, I'll be the friend who had the interview. Emma, you ask me about it.
So Jake, how did your job interview go yesterday?
Honestly, terrible. I didn't get the job. I really regret how it went.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I didn't prepare enough. If I had prepared more, I would have answered the questions better.
What other mistakes did you make?
I arrived late. If I had left home earlier, I wouldn't have been late. And the consequence was that the interviewer was already annoyed before we even started.
That's tough. And what about your clothes?
Oh, that was another mistake. I wore jeans. If I had worn a suit, I would have looked more professional. The whole thing would have been different.
Do you think you missed a great opportunity?
Yes, it was a wonderful opportunity. If I had taken it more seriously, my life would have been completely different now. I really regret it.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Jake. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them.
You're right. Next time, I'll do things differently. Now Emma, let's review the vocabulary we used.
Great idea. The first word is regret. To regret means to feel sad about something you did or didn't do. We can also use it as a noun. I have many regrets.
I regret eating so much pizza last night. Now my stomach hurts.
Ha, a small regret. The second word is mistake. A mistake is something wrong that you did. Everyone makes mistakes.
It was a big mistake to eat all that pizza. And the mistake I made yesterday was forgetting my umbrella. I got very wet.
The third word is opportunity. An opportunity is a chance to do something good. We should not miss good opportunities.
Learning English is a wonderful opportunity. And teaching this lesson is a great opportunity for me to share my own mistakes.
The fourth word is different. Different means not the same. If you make a different choice, your life will be different.
British English and American English sound different, but we understand each other. And every person is different.
And the last word is consequence. A consequence is what happens as a result of an action. Every action has a consequence.
The consequence of not studying is failing the test. And the consequence of practicing English every day is becoming fluent.
Beautiful examples, Jake. Now let's review what we learned about the third conditional.
Okay, the structure is: if plus had plus past participle, comma, would have plus past participle.
And we use it for what?
We use it to talk about imaginary situations in the past. Things that didn't really happen. Often we use it to express regret.
Excellent. Let's do a quick practice. I'll give you a situation, and you make a third conditional sentence. Ready?
Ready.
You didn't bring an umbrella, and you got wet.
If I had brought an umbrella, I wouldn't have got wet.
Perfect. Now another one. You didn't see the email, so you missed the meeting.
If I had seen the email, I wouldn't have missed the meeting.
Wonderful. And one more. You ate too much, and now you feel sick.
If I hadn't eaten so much, I wouldn't have felt sick. And that's a real regret of mine.
Brilliant work, Jake. Now everyone, I want you to think of one regret you have. Make a sentence using the third conditional. Pause the video and try it.
Remember, the consequence of not practicing is forgetting. So practice now.
Well, that brings us to the end of our lesson today. You did such a great job.
Yes, You learned how to talk about regrets, mistakes, and missed opportunities using the third conditional. That's a big achievement.
Remember, the structure is if plus had plus past participle, would have plus past participle. Practice it every day.
And don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn. The consequence of trying is always growth.
In our next lesson, we're going to learn about reported speech. That's how we tell someone what another person said. For example, she said she was tired.
It's super useful for telling stories and sharing news. You're going to love it.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.